So, hello everyone, and we're here today to have a podcast on exactly our perspective on the twin flame journey. Now, for those of you who don't know what a twin flame journey is, it's basically a spiritual journey. It has a lot to do with your growth as a being on this realm, and then like depending on exactly your growth or where you at in life is when you are going to meet your twin, which is like somebody who also has life, but y'all share the same soul and y'all feel extremely connected and all that good stuff. But the journey is not as, sweet as it sounds, especially when you're actually going through the process. So, like, I have High Priest 37 with me, and for those of you who do not know, I'm Divinely Bree. Is it still recording? Hopefully it is. Fuck. Because it was not supposed to turn off like that. Wow, it's still recording. I can edit that part out. So, what are your first thoughts when you think about the twin flame journey, High Priest 37? Like, what, give them an idea of your best way to describe it.
Okay. So, a twin flame, actually, I want to add on to it, the twin flame conversation. But you have a twin flame and you have a soulmate. Anybody can have a,
There's more than one soulmate.
right. Anybody can have a soulmate. Your soulmate could be a parent, a friend, a teacher, a dog. Your soulmate could be anybody. Like, the soulmate is just to teach you a lesson. Your soulmate's not necessarily like your other half. And going
No,
back
you
and
think about karmics.
huh?
Soulmates don't teach lessons. Soulmates is somebody you genuinely, like, y'all both share a good connection with. A karmic teaches lessons.
I mean, your soulmate could teach you lessons too. Like, your soulmate could be like a mentor.
True. I mean, see, that's debatable too. I'm gonna like see exactly.
Cause your soulmate literally gives you advice. Like,
Yeah, we didn't even get into karmics yet. That's a whole nother video.
right.
But yeah, okay. So there's soulmates and there's twin flames. So do you agree that the twin flame journey is stronger than just a soulmate?
Right.
Okay.
Like, your twin flame is basically the person you're destined to be with. So, and everybody only has one twin flame. I don't believe in multiple twin flames. I feel like you only have one. You only have one half. You don't have millions of halves out here because you're only made for one specific person and one specific person only. And if that's not your twin flame, 9 times out of 10, it's not gonna work because the relationship is just karmic. Like, it's just.
And we will get into karmics in another video. Right now, we're just talking about the whole process. Now, spiritually, when I was growing up, I'm just going to compare. We're going to compare backgrounds, okay? Okay, so my family growing up was Christian, right? Right. So, of course, when I was younger, by default, I was Christian because everybody else in my family was Christian. Everybody knew how to pray. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? It was like an understood thing. Like, I knew 2 prayers. I was like, it was the now I lay me down to sleep, I pray a little my soul to keep prayer. And then it was like, what's the other one? Our Father, if art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Okay. Come, that will be done
on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread and forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation. You know, I used to say that shit every night.
Yeah. Okay, we gotta remember we're on a professional video.
Oh,
so let's
okay.
not get too crazy.
So basically, coming up, I was religious. I said that prayer faithfully every night before I went to sleep. I didn't even feel good about myself if I skipped saying my prayers before bed. That's how religious I was growing up. Now, heading into my teenage years, things changed. Like, I'm not saying that it didn't fulfill me anymore, like, but I definitely needed some more than just like prayer. Like, church was good. Like, church like basically tells you right from wrong, but what if you know right from wrong and bad stuff still happening to you? That's where I was with it. It was like, I'm a good ass person, but something's not right. Like, I'm praying every night, like what's good? Like, what's the tea? Like, am I praying wrong? Like, is my prayers getting up there? Like, I there was a disconnect. Like, I would say as I started getting into like 14, 15, 16, I started giving up on Christianity a little bit. And then also what made me really give up on it, not give up on it, but like it made me kind of take a back seat, is because I started doing research. Like, I started actually looking up where did religion come from. And like, when I started realizing it came from slavery, and like all my people was forced into it, it was never like our, like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't our word. It was like some shit that was like threw in a book while we was all like forced to like do shit for other people, and then like they like basically taught it to us. But there was a lot of our people who knew other faiths, other spiritual practices, but we weren't allowed to continue our own spiritual practices. We were basically handed some shit. And that's when I started like thinking like, whoa, like what have I been like partaking in? You know what I'm saying? So it's like I still had gut feelings and stuff, but back then I didn't know that was my intuition. And it was crazy because like it was like I started being more logical. Like, I started feeling like prayer wasn't enough, because like everybody's praying to get rich, everybody's praying for a big ass house, everybody's praying for these great opportunities, but how many people actually get those opportunities? And then when I researched who was getting the opportunities and how, and I like ran into all these secret societies and stuff, like I started putting two and two together basically. And you know what I'm saying? From there, I was like, I know there is a God, because I mean, I'm here and I'm a good ass person. So if I know there's a higher power, and I know for a fact I'm connected to it, that's all I need to know. Like, really, like I started not even like, cause like, of course when you're young you don't have a choice. Like, when your mama get up for church, you gotta go too, like all of that. But when I started having my own free will, it's kind of like I was doing a lot better without putting all my, it's like I took prayer so serious that I never really went out and got what I was praying for, because I was like waiting for it. I was literally praying and waiting for my prayers, and that's not how it works. Clearly, because then we will all be rich and famous right now, right? So so I had to take it one day at a time from there. And I know y'all are like, what does that have to do with the twin flame journey? But literally, like, everything that I was like, everything I learned before I met my divine masculine, it prepared me for the divine masculine, the twin flame journey. And if I was like still like searching like I was growing up, I would still be lost like right now. Like, and then like the more I did research, the more I started like getting into more, like I started finding more spiritual people. Like I was looking at Illuminati videos. I was looking at everything, like the Freemasons, the this, the that. Like, I wanted to know everything so I could be prepared for it. Because, like, what they don't tell you is that religion actually leads to these secret societies. If you're like dedicated to the Bible, like, you're the perfect candidate for them. Because, like, everything they do is, like, under this religious type of like structure, so it's like really a trap. but like a lot of people don't see it that way. So I was just glad to like know as much as I knew intellectually, because this world is filled with tricksters, and like you could get tricked out of your journey, your spiritual journey, which is more important than like just finding love. Everybody thinks it's all about love, but like honestly, if you don't find yourself, you're gonna miss the whole journey. Like you're not even gonna end up with your twin because you're too lost. Like,
Right.
yeah, it's deep.
I mean, I kind of had a similar background. Grew up in a Christian family. Everybody was Christian. But the biggest thing for me though, that I see now, is that like a lot of the religious people in my family, they had a lot of lack, and I didn't really like, you know. Everybody prays, everybody does this and that, but at the end of the day, what I do like about the twin flame and spirituality and all that, it teaches you how to get in touch with yourself, because you could be praying and still like be so out of it. And for me, I used to pray a lot too, and I mean, I don't got nothing against prayer, but at the same time, every time you pray, there's somebody praying against you. So I feel like the spirituality aspect gives you like a little bit of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's another thing I didn't realize, is that there's so many enemies. If you are a twin, I know like everybody who's like who knows for a fact they're a twin, like they were bullied as a child, didn't have a lot of friends, and then it's crazy because it's been spiritual warfare even since then, because it's
Thousands
like,
of years.
yeah, because it's like, why do they not like me? But it's not the fact that they don't like you, it's the fact that you like, you're not conforming.
Right.
So people want to bully you into being like them. People want to like if you're not doing what everybody else is doing, you're a target, cuz everybody else is under this it's like an umbrella. Like when it comes to like, I feel like when it comes to religion and everything is a frequency. So if you actually believe in that shit, like, not saying it's just shit, but if you actually believe in the whole, I don't even know what to call it, institution, like, it's pretty much like everybody is like under a certain frequency, and those who be like, something's not right about this, and then like they go another way, it's like they go their own way, then you look like the outcast because you're not like conforming to everybody else's frequency, because you want more, you're looking for more, you don't feel like, I didn't feel fulfilled when it came to my spirituality. So that's why I always looked for more. And I feel like I was like that with my relationships too. It's like nothing really clicked. So I was always the one to leave and look for more. Like, because it's just, I wasn't being fulfilled like anywhere in my life, with family, with religion, with relationships. Like everything was just not fulfilling. So I just had to keep going until like, you know, I got to a point where I just let things flow. And I feel like as I got older, like everything just started aligning. Like I listened to myself a lot, and like I didn't like doing things that didn't make me happy. So like at the end of the day, I did not have a lot of friends, because a lot of the stuff people do for friends don't make them happy. They're just conforming to say they are in the crowd. So like I didn't really get invited to parties. I didn't really get invited to things like that. But I didn't even like my peers at the same time. It was like I was judgmental anyway. So it was like I wasn't even interested in being in the in crowd, because the in crowd was not into me. Like the in crowd wasn't in, like in my opinion.
That was fire. That was a bar. That was fire.
Like for real, I felt like I was cooler than everybody. And like, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of why I don't have many friends, because I feel like that.
I feel like another thing too, like I feel like everybody want to follow the laws of the Bible, but there's spiritual laws too, and I think people forget.
Yeah, I mean,
Cause the spiritual laws is good enough. You could literally live off of it,
mhm.
like the golden rule: treat others how you want to be treated. Like you don't have to go read the Bible to know
Right.
how to.
Like
That's just
everything
law.
I followed was so simple. Like even like the first rule we ever learned in school, keep hands, feet, and objects to yourself. Like that's common sense. Like if you don't want nobody to put their hands on you, don't put your hands on nobody. Like that's how I feel like spirituality is. It's already in us. Like it's common sense based. It's nothing that we have to read in a big ass book or a Quran or anything like that. Like even though the stories in there are helpful, I feel like they're just taking people's stories who've been here before us and putting it in something to be like, follow this or else. Like, I don't feel like it's really like, I feel like the Bible is put for control purposes only. Like, for people to keep, for whoever made it to keep whoever believes in it on a certain frequency.
Like it's crazy, like, cause it's really so much we could get into. Cause
Right. This is definitely this channel. This is going to be on High Priest 37's channel. I feel like we have so many more episodes to go, but this is just like the intro of like all the topics we're going to be talking about on this channel. Well, on these podcasts, these Twin Flame University podcasts. I know y'all can't see the full title. I definitely got to work on that because it just says university starring High Priest 37 and Divinely Bree. But I I was still confused about where I was going next 3 years ago, like 3.5 years ago. I when I first started getting a sense of what's been happening, like since I've been 16, 17, I accidentally ran into a tarot video, which we'll probably get into that in one of these episodes too. The first tarot video I ever watched, it was like a Libra tarot video because I was a Libra at the time. And I was like, what is this?
a Libra at the time.
I mean, I am a Libra, but like at the time I first ran into a tarot video, it said Libra something something. And like it was the caption for me. It was like, it just like the title, I can't remember what the title was. I know it had the Libra in it, but the title reminded me of like something I was feeling like at that moment. So like even though I had no idea what tarot was or anything like that, I clicked on the video and my life changed from there. Like when I tell you, I had no idea of the stuff I was actually getting through. Like when I say I was in shock, I was literally in shock. Like literally the people that are in your life, like let's be honest, the devil was here before us. And so was all our friends. Well, so was all our family. All the older people in your family. They had their own spiritual journeys. If they did good or bad, you don't really know. You just born into it. So, the fact that the devil uses people like that's close to you to try to like bring you down and stuff like that, like that's so real. Like it's so real. It's just like it's to the point where people get so desperate because they fucked up their own path. Like they'll sell their own kids out. They'll sell their whole family out to put a spell on a person. Now the whole family has devil energy. Nobody knows why the fuck they're doing the stuff they're doing. Like that shit really goes down. People really make deals with the devil and fuck their whole family up, but nobody talks about it. And that's something I really want to get into because that shit is like
generational curses.
Yeah, generational curses, all of that. Like we have to get into so much stuff, but it needs to be said. I don't feel like a lot of people talk about black magic, but that shit's out there. It's used on both coasts, in Hollywood and in the South. Heavy. It's probably used in the middle of the US too. I just don't know about it. But I definitely know for a fact that the music industry, all of that stuff, like the movie entertainment business, the whole entertainment business definitely messes with magic. Like, definitely. I definitely believe in clones. I definitely believe in MK Ultra, mind control. I believe in
And
all
by
of
the
it.
way, we're not conspiracy theorists either. These can be proven.
Right. Everything's, it's not even hidden anymore. Like, everything's on the internet. You can look up pretty much anything and it'll pull right up. Like, this stuff is real, people. And sometimes the things we're more drawn to, like, of course, like, the devil knew we were all star seeds and stuff, so of course we would have, everybody's drawn to stars, everybody's drawn to the entertainment business, because everybody feels like that should be them, right? Am I right or wrong? Everybody who's a star seed feels like, why is that not me? Like, I feel like a star, you know what I'm saying? But like, my life is nothing like what I see on TV. So what do people do? Because they want that life so bad, they go to the very energy that tricked them into feeling like that in the first place. And we're going to get into that too. There's just a lot we're going to get into on this channel right now. We want to make an intro about it because, I mean, we just think it's important to let everybody know where to come if you want to get the tea, if you want to get the real. We're not holding back on this channel at all. And please go ahead, if you don't know, go subscribe to Divinely Bree, and definitely subscribe to this channel, High Priest 37. We will try to do a podcast at least
Once a week.
once a week, but hopefully it'll get to the point where we're doing 3 videos a week and it's like our jobs, you know what I'm saying? Because I really like talking about spirituality. I feel like I talk about spirituality every second I get, because like that's like really dear to my heart for some reason. I guess because like so many people aren't aware of it and it's so important. It scares me how many people don't even know about spirituality and they're here and their spirit is getting affected every day. So yeah, it's definitely time. It's Age of Aquarius.
Right. And I know it seems like we was all over the place, but it all, because a lot of this stuff we're talking about, like you can learn it in a twin flame journey too. Like you know, like you said, it's not just about the love aspect. Like,
and everyone has one. God made somebody for everybody, but if you're not on your path, you probably won't run into your twin. So
right.
This is why we're here. We want to help everybody have true love. We want to help everybody find their happiness, because it's hard. It's really hard to find happiness in a place like this.
Right.
And we want to be the ones to say we helped everyone find theirs. Because I'm tired of going everywhere. Like, y'all don't understand. Me and High Priest 37, we've worked at 3 different places together. We work together now too. And every single job, okay, people have hated on our relationship. People not stupid. They know true love when they see it, and some people don't have it. So it's like the automatic thing people do is envy and hate. And it's like, I understand their vibrations, frequency, everything plays a part in that, especially the media and how everybody just like is.
See, I feel like we got so many videos to make, because every time you done said like 20 different topics, like especially like the frequency, because we could talk about our diet, how like it's a lot.
Yes, vegan diets is like,
or vegetarian.
Or
too.
vegetarian.
You don't have to be vegan. Like,
I started off vegan. I got really, really elevated, but I mean, at a certain point, it was like when I met, literally, like, I remember the first job we worked at, he used to tell me, like, I could feel you coming around the corner. Like, I wasn't even looking that way. Like, when I tell you, when I was vegan, my energy was so strong. But, I mean, I'm not mad at the vegetarian diet. I felt like I had to do something. Like, back then, I just wanted to detox of everything. Like, I was not eating meat anymore. I didn't want to interact with other humans. Like, I was very, very closed off because I just felt like I had it. Like, let's talk about empaths. Empaths feel everything.
Right.
It is hard as fuck being in this world as an empath. Like, people can be smiling in your face, having the happiest conversation, but you can feel in your soul that they hate your guts, like, literally.
Right.
But they're gonna, like, it's so much. It's just so much. That's another video. Being an empath on a twin flame journey in this world where everybody's being manipulated to not be on their journey. Like, it's crazy, but we're gonna get into some things with y'all.
Right.
And we're going to be passionate about it. We're going to give genuine feedback to you guys. I can't wait to get these subscribers up so we can go live and have live discussions and have everybody interact with us.
Right.
But we're going to just start off small and do these recorded videos. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Is there anything else?
I just wanted to say, and then another thing too, this is like a therapy session for myself and for anybody who may run across this video. So if y'all have any topics, anything y'all want to talk about, anything you want to know about, anything that you feel that's important that should be discussed,
leave it in the comments down below, because we just named like 1,000 different topics, and you can actually leave a comment and tell us what should we touch on first, because we just gave y'all so much,
and we don't just want to
like there's so many things we can talk about, but
we don't just want to be all over the place. So whatever
right.
y'all want to hear about, we'll give y'all our best answer to the best of our ability.
Right. All right. So this was just an intro. Like, we're not getting into anything. We might close this video and get into something, but right now we just wanted to introduce ourselves. So I'm Divinely Bree.
I'm High Priest 37.
And this is Twin Flame University.